Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
Welcome to Track Talk, your connection coast to coast and beyond in all the latest news, developments, stake race analysis, and interviews inside the world of thoroughbred horse racing. From California to New York, Florida, and Kentucky, we have you covered. It's post time, live from San Diego. It's Track Talk.
And we welcome you from San Diego, California, the WS Radio Network on a Saturday morning. And get settled in. We got a whole lot of shaking going on in the neighborhood, and we welcome you. Across the country, worldwide, I'm Felix Taverna. Tommy D will be joining in a second. Wade Taylor is producing and directing our radio program. So you got this weekend, and plus you have the big Breeders' Cup weekend that's coming up in 2 weeks, 13 days. Wade, we got him online. Peter Rotondo is joining us live from Breeders' Cup Central on a Saturday morning. As we've been talking about on this morning's show, the Breeders' Cup is 13 days away. It'll be run at Keeneland on Friday and Saturday, November 6th and 7th, and we are joined with the Vice President of Marketing, or I don't know what his position is. He does a lot of different things. He's the ambassador to the Breeders' Cup without any question.
There you go.
My friend Peter Rotondo. How you doing, Pete?
Hey, Felix. Long time. How's it going?
We're doing good. How about yourself?
Good. Yeah, I can't complain. We're just a little long. Can't believe it's 13 days away. It felt like it was never going to get here, but it's right on our doorstep. So everything. The planning's going great, though. I got to tell you, we're trying to make this obviously with no fans there, everyone will be home. So we're going to try to make it as best we can for everyone at home.
So there has been some great innovations, and when all the other sports went down, when we talk about basketball suspending, baseball suspending, hockey was all suspended, postponed, and they were delaying it. The only two sports that were still standing were golf and thoroughbred horse racing. And I thought that racing stepped it up on a number of different fronts when they joined in with Fox, and they joined in with the other NBC sports as well, showing all the races from across the country. I'm getting a call from a very important person here right now, and I can't take this call because I am talking with you, Pete Rotondo, and when it always happens that way. It's either feast or famine in regards to bringing the best to the forefront, and we appreciate you being here on this Saturday. But what my point being is, before I was interrupted, was the fact that racing was the only sport standing, and I think they did a great job. And now, we have seen Santa Anita cancel for 2 months and no fans at Del Mar, first time in 45 years. I personally wasn't in attendance at an opening day at Del Mar. It was a strange summer, but we're getting 13 days out. The at-home experience, you guys from the Breeders' Cup have come up with a great innovation, and the innovation of putting cameras on every horse. Will you explain it to us and our audience, if you would, please?
Sure, no problem. Yeah, so basically, if you're at home, you have your phone, you're on your computer, you go to our website, or you download our app, which, of course, is available in the App Store, and we call it Contender Cam. So there'll be 14, basically 1 to 14 on your phone, with the saddle towels and corresponding numbers. And if you click a button, you tap on the one, the moment that horse hits the paddock, so the horse gets in the gate, you could follow him. And you do, for all 14 horses, you pick the number you want, and that's the one you're going to get. And then when they go in the gate, we're going to show the race. And once the race is over, we'll follow your horse back to get unsaddled. We'll take a break, and we'll do it again. So, yeah, of course, it's never happened before, right? I mean, you've never been able to follow your horse all the way around, the one you bet, the one you love. The owners, there's still owners are allowed to come, but not all are going to be there. So they'll be able to follow along as well. So we think it's going to be super cool. Along with we got the jockey cam is back. Not only one jockey, but 2 jockeys in every race. We're going to stream that live as well, so you could ride your horse if we have the right jock on your horse for that race. But it's never happened before. So we've had two in one race. The goal down the road is that all have them. But for now, we're trying everything we can to bring it home to you.
And this is probably, well, I would say it is the most trying year for you as an executive of putting all the festive elements together in regard to making it a great experience. And, you would have to feel like, you lost a little skip in your step because it definitely takes a lot out of you. But, okay, so you figure it out. You've seen you've seen the model from Santa Anita. You've seen the model from Churchill Downs in Del Mar that folks are going to be, online. They're betting. They're not going to be on track. So they're going to go online. What about the great betting fields in the pools that the players, Breeders' Cup brings big pools, the biggest in the world, as we have seen on a big day, and that's what the players want. They want an opportunity to shoot for the big money, and you'd have to go a long way to find a bigger pool than maybe in a trifecta pool, a pick 5 pool, a pick 6 pool. What about the pools this year, Pete?
Yeah, I mean, we look at it like, we're the only event in racing that hasn't moved. I mean, a big event, right? So we didn't move our date. The Belmont moved, the Travers moved, the Derby moved, the Preakness moved, right? We're still on our date. We're still on the first Saturday in November and Friday. So the idea is we think we're in good position as far as, tradition, because I think a lot of the Triple Crown events, the handle was down because they moved. And I think people are, the casual fan does exist. Well, some people like to believe they don't. And they're used to, they're, creatures of habit, right? So they're used to it being there, and it wasn't. And they didn't have the on-site crowd, which of course drives that handle as well. With us, it's a little different. We haven't moved. And believe it or not, if you think about it, usually we're in competition with the opening of hockey and basketball, NBA. Now both are gone. They're both done with their season, obviously late, so that they're not there. We still have college football, but I think we're in a good spot handle-wise as far as getting that casual fan. I know we're spending some extra money with various national outlets to try to drive that interest. But as far as the pools go, I think we're going to be in good shape. I mean, the fields are coming together. As you know, field size is important. And I think the Classic, listen, if Swiss Skydiver runs in the Classic, which if I had a guess, I'm going to say, a lot of people are saying just F, I'm going to say Classic. I think Kenny McPeak wants to run there. I think the owner is hedging the other way, but can be easily influenced into it. And that will be the first time in the history of the Breeders' Cup that there were 3 separate winners, the Triple Crown races, all run against each other in the Classic, basically for the showdown for best 3-year-old, and of course, Horse of the Year this year with Maximum Security and Improbable, and even Tom DeTa there as well. So that race is going to, if that come together like that, it's going to be one of the best Classics ever. I
agree. We were just talking about it yesterday. We're talking about the possible field. Improbable, Tom's DeTa, Maximum Security, you have Authentic, you have the Artist Horse. I'm drawing a blank on it right now, but you're going to have a field. Yes, yeah. Absolutely, and not no disrespect. I agree with you. So in order for everybody to get in line and in tune. Now, the draw is going to be taking place on Monday the 2nd. Is that correct?
Correct. But the first step is Wednesday. This Wednesday coming up, pre-entry announcement. 11:30 a.m. Eastern, right? 8:30 a.m. Pacific. TVG live or on our website, on our app, breederscup.com. You can watch the pre-entries, right? So that's where, we find out who's basically entered, and then eventually, on the Monday, like you just mentioned, on that Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, we're going to draw the 14 races. So pre-entries first, then the Monday's the draw itself, and then we get to Friday and Saturday.
And I think you're positioned perfectly. I mean, you're going against a diluted and a deleted college football season. The Pac-12 and a couple other conferences haven't begun play. The Big Ten starts today, and so I think that when you have such a great event like the Breeders' Cup, and you have all these great horses, and you have a home audience, and you sort of have bred the players to play online, because for the last 8 months, we weren't able to go to any facility to bet. There's a couple of them. They're far and few between here in San Diego, and that really is for a different show, to tell you the truth. But with San Diego being a horse community and the Breeders' Cup being here 2021, are they projecting any fans allowed 2021 yet here in Del Mar? I mean, I know we're a year away, but it seems like a lot of events are canceled and non-fans allowed, or no fans allowed next year going into the first and second quarter. Any thoughts in regard to that?
No, I mean, I think it's too soon to tell. I mean, plans are, as far as I'm aware, plans are being made as normal. I'm sure once we get through this event, we'll sit down and really start thinking about, Del Mar and the next steps. But, we just, we're trying to get through the next 2 weeks, and get put on the best event we can, for not only the owners, and obviously we're in Lexington, Kentucky, right? The breeders will be there, to see these horses run. And, the fans, we're going to miss them. I mean, I'm watching all these videos from 2015, reliving the American Pharoah Grand Slam there and all these amazing races. And it's like, there's so many people there. It was so cool, It was just, to have Keeneland packed to the gills like that was amazing. But what are you going to do? I mean, we're all in the same boat, so, you're going to have to make the best, and that's what we're doing. Instead of pulling back like some have, we're going all in as far as trying to bring it home. So bottom line is, you go to breederscup.com to find everything. And, /@home. Right now, you can see all of our various buttons there ready to roll. But we're going to start feeding the content in there next week. Again, TVG, great partner of the Breeders' Cup. There were a couple of years where we weren't partners. Now we're back together. And, they're going to start the breakfast at Breeders' Cup shows next Friday. So we'll have 3 hours a day with the work, from Keeneland. But not only Keeneland, we're going to go from Santa Anita. We're going to be at Churchill Downs. So we're going to have about 7 days of 3 hours a day. And for you, on the West Coast, it's going to start at 4 in the morning. So you got to get up early.
So I have a couple other questions for you. First of all, they're going to have a handicapping contest, the Breeders' Cup handicapping challenge as well?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the BCBC will be all, I shouldn't say all digital because it won't be. So basically, Breeders' Cup betting challenge is back. It's our $1 million contest, $10,000 buy-in, $7,500 you bet with, $2,500 goes to the pool. You could bet through TVG. You can also bet through Express Bet, Naira Bets. If you live outside of New York, you could get involved there as well. Plus, I believe Santa Anita, Monmouth are also taking folks on site and Gulfstream. So basically, go to breederscup.com/BCBC, and you can read the whole thing. But yeah, it's happening. It's probably going to be bigger than ever because people could play from home all over the place. I mean, they can in the past couple of years, but we're trying to keep focus on
the word home,
the at home. But the small, some of the tracks are open, and they're going to socially distance and take precautions to take a couple of fans on track, bettors on track.
I got like 5 texts here that people are listening and would like to shout out and some questions. And I'll take one of those. Charles in Las Vegas. The Breeders' Cup going to be shown in Vegas as the Kentucky Derby was not. And that was a big, big spiel in regard to what I've heard, that Churchill Downs did not send the signal to Vegas. The Breeders' Cup having any problems with Vegas?
No, not as of today. Not that I'm aware of. I think we'll be everywhere. We'll be everywhere. So yeah, no problems right now in Vegas.
Years ago, we created the Rotondo radio network from Bally's, from the handicap. So here we are right now, 20 years later. You know what? It took us 20 years to become an overnight success. Pete, thanks for the time, and give my best to Justin Mack, and good luck. We're going to push out all the good words out there to our audience over the 25 years that we've been on this radio program. The Bet the Breeders' Cup from home. You're going to have a number of new innovations and experiences. It's all going to be a grand time. Give my best to your dad as well, and we'll talk with you down the road, Pete.
All right, Felix. Be good. Have a good time. Bye.
Thank you. All righty. That's Peter Rotondo. He is the Breeders' Cup guru in regard to putting all the pretty people together.